Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm meadsyreplays. Welcome back to the channel. So, the snow globes are there. What tanks are you going to be looking out for? Now, in this video, we're going to just show you some of the tanks that you are able to get. Now, this is a list of all the tanks that you can get in the snow globe. And to be honest, there isn't that many bad tanks. So, if you go down the list, the Destroyer, which is the Hellsin, the Destroyer, which is the Annihilator, you've got the Hellsin, Dracula, Crusher, which is the Smasher, the M4Y, Scorpion. There's loads. You've got the WZ-121 GFT, which is at the moment an extremely rare tank. Now, if you go up the list, you also have the main target, which is the STRV, the Concept 1B, the Object 907, the Object 268, the Panzer, the AMX M4, the T22, the VK, the Caro, and much more. So basically, what tank are you looking for in this event? If you grind one snow globe, you are guaranteed one of these tanks, and that is the best things with the snow globes. You are guaranteed just one of these tanks. Now, in my video, in my STRV, my STRVK video, I actually said it's not worth the money in getting this tank because, of course, it's a 1% drop rate. 1% drop rate to get this tank. However, grinding the snow globes is definitely worth it because you're guaranteed a tank. Now, luckily for me, even though I said I will not be getting this tank, I will not be going for this tank, I had a lot of free XP and I had a little bit of gold. So I used a little bit of free XP, which I opened a couple, and then I had 10,000 gold. Literally all I had was 10,000 gold left. So using that gold, I opened some crates, or the container ones, and I managed to get a few tanks. And because I already had those tanks, I got gold. So, of course, then I used that gold to open up more containers. Now, in total, I got 6 snow globes. 6 snow globes, which I think for what I've spent, it cost me 10,000 gold and about 400,000 free XP. Not too much, because I didn't have too much XP. So, 10,000 gold and 400,000 free XP. I managed to get the STRV on my 6th globe. Yes, I managed to get it. A 1% chance. I didn't need to go all the way up to 10. I didn't need to. So I was one of the lucky ones. Now, again, I will still stick by my original comment in saying that the tank is not worth spending all that money in getting the 10 snow globes. Now, I've known a few people already to spend a few £100, a few $100 in trying to get this tank. Not trying to get the tank, but trying to get 10 snow globes to be able to get the tank. So yeah, it's a nice tank. I know I spoke to Doodles was streaming it, and he was saying at the time that he didn't really like the tank, but honestly, I really do like the tank. I think it is a fantastic tank, and it's balanced. I reckon this is 100% balanced, not like we've previously seen with the snow globe tanks, the VK90, the T22, and that's just to name a couple. Yeah, I think it is extremely balanced. Now, the turret on this thing is extremely strong. It's really strong, but the hull is not so strong. It has the DPM, I mean 3,400 DPM for what this is very good for the DPM, and that's probably why I really like the tank. You can see here we've lost half of our hit points and we haven't bounced a single shot. This is not what this tank is there for. It's not to bounce everything that comes your way. It's there to take damage, but you have that DPM to deal damage back. Now, it doesn't have the high alpha, but it is an extremely decent tank, and a tank that I definitely am going to play regularly. Again, I was a lucky one in getting this tank in these containers, or these snow globes, before even getting to 10 snow globes. Now, there is another tank on the list that I really want, but I don't have at the moment, and that is the Caro. The Caro 45T, or the Carrot, as some people will say. But again, I think, what is that, a 2% or 1% drop rate? It's very unlikely that I'm going to be able to get the tank. but there is a couple more tanks in this list that is definitely worth getting. And the T22, even though excuse me, even though the T22 was one of the original snow globe tanks, one of the first snow globe tanks into the game, people used to have to spend around $400 to $500 in trying to get the T22. Now I didn't. I waited for the T22, and I just waited, and I got it in a free crate. Something that I am extremely happy for, because even though the T22 isn't really spoken about nowadays, it is still a strong tank. Of course, there are other Russian mediums, the T62, the Object 907, the the Object 140. There is still loads of tanks that are equal or almost better than the T22. The T22, to be honest, it is still a fantastic tank. It still has the armor profile that it's always had, a very, very, very troll armor profile, and it is a pipe. If you try to angle this tank, then that is when you're going to get penetrated. So you're best off wiggling. And I've seen a few people getting this tank already, which is why I put this in the video. When I opened my 6 containers, I think I got 1 or maybe even 2 of these. So yeah, I thought this seems quite common to get this tank in the snow globes, and it is still a fantastic tank to have. It's not a tank that I play regularly now, but it's still got that really, really nice armor profile. It's still got that really, really nice DPM, and it's still a tank that is worth having if you are able to get this tank from the snow globe. If you like the other Russian mediums, then of course you should like this. Do I think it's the best? I don't really think it's the best at the moment. I still prefer the T62 over them, just because of the accuracy, the aim time, the DPM, the turret. I just think that the T62 is way above everything else. But as you can see here, the T22 is still a fun tank to play, and you can still cause a lot of damage and a lot of upset when driving the T22. So that's another tank to look out for in this in these snow globes, and it's definitely one that you should keep if you do win this tank. The next one on this on the list is the Concept 1B. Now, and again, when this tank first come out into the game, I've always said that this tank is not overpowered. I thought it was balanced completely. Yes, if you are in a hold down position, then it is OP, but there's not that many situations where you can just stay in that hold down position. Like, if the enemy allowed you to stay in a hold down position for the whole entire game, then yes, I might change and say it was overpowered. But again, it was a lot of people, including Riddles, they all said that this tank was overpowered, and I was one of them that disagreed with them. I've always said that this tank is not overpowered. In certain situations, yes, it is strong, but that is just the same with excuse me, that's the same with any tank. That's the same with a lot of tanks. The Badger, or the old Badger, the Badger that wasn't very good, but if you were in a hold down position in a Badger, then it was extremely strong. But if you were on a flat ground, then yeah, you couldn't really do too much with the Badger. And that is the same with the Concept 1B. If you're on flat ground, then it's not a strong tank at all. The turret is strong, yes, but that is just about it. So even though this has been released for a while now, again, it's one of those tanks where when it first comes into the game, people talk about it. People are talking about it, just the same as the STRV now. People are going to talk about it. They're either going to say it's OP, they're either going to say it's not strong enough. But in a couple of months down the line, people are going to forget about it. People are not going to still be talking about the STRV. And this is the same with the Concept. This was one of those situations where people would talk about it for the first month or so, and saying how OP this tank is or how bad this tank is. And then after a while, people just forget about it. And that is exactly what has happened with the Concept 1B. So this is still another tank to look out for in the snow globes. It is a fun tank to play, but again, it's only really fun when you're able to get in the positions that you need to get in with this tank. So now at the moment, we've got the E100 in front of us, but and we're going to try to deal with him. But there is a couple of tanks, obviously, I want. The M4Y I still don't have, and of course the Italian tank there. That one right there, the Caro 45T. Even though it's not the best of tanks, it's still a good tank. I still enjoy the tank. That is another tank that I'm missing, that I really want to get my hands on. But let me know what tank you have managed to get in this snow globe event so far. I would love to know. Hope you enjoyed today's video, guys. Hope you get the tank that you are after. Hope you have a very Merry Christmas, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.